What up, brothers? Let me go ahead and just get to it. So I don't remember what the date was of when this brick lady got hit or allegedly got hit with a brick. I don't even remember. But I think it was what was it 4 or 5 months ago, I believe it happened? Maybe we'll just say four
Yeah,
months
just
ago.
about. Just
She got
about,
hit
yeah.
with a brick.
Allegedly she got hit with a brick. So brothers, the reason why I just want to show you how the media will demonize black American men. And when people don't do, they're so quick to get clickbait. But what I'm gonna do is show you what was said in the past, and then I'm gonna show you what has been said now that everybody has quote unquote got all the information 4 or 5 months later. So let's get to it with first we're gonna do Fox Soul. We got Claudia Jones and we got two homosexuals who about to demonize black American men. Let's get to it.
Texas. A Texas woman revealed that she was hit in the face with a brick after she refused to give her number to a random man. Check this out. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men. It was like, "What you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why is this man got a brick on my face?"
Now, brothers, before we even continue, I'm going to let you do your own research. Take a look back at the picture of the girl, and I want you to look at her face and you tell me, does that look like somebody that got hit with a brick? I've been hit with a rock on my head. Well, no, I'm sorry, not on my head. It was skin contact, and it made a bruise. It also cut. It actually had me bleeding just a little bit. That girl, she ain't bleeding. Let me tell you something, brothers. Women was
So
talking
what
about.
you think happened to her? Wait, what you think happened to her then?
We're gonna get
Like
to
a
all
bee sting?
misperception. We're gonna get to all that. Now, brothers, let me tell you something. When this came out, do you know that there were black American women that was talking about carrying guns? They were talking about shooting black men, putting them to sleep immediately. It was an uproar. But I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to what the media has said.
What are your thoughts on this horrific story? And more importantly, what does it say about the lack of protection when it comes to Black women? Al, let's go to you first.
I was disappointed on so many levels about this, Claudia, and I know you have a lot to say about this. I read your post, but no black man. Let me repeat myself. No black man should think it's okay to pick up a brick and hit a black woman. No black man. I don't care. And in addition to that, no black man should be witnessing another black man pick up a brick to hit a black woman. And let me tell you one other thing that I didn't like about this is because I've been following this is I read the comments and I promise you, I cannot understand why other black women justified the violence that this black woman went through because of looking at her old posts. Because
Now, brothers, he said that he's been following this, but did he really do his research? Again, bro, this was 4 months. This was about 4 or 5 months ago when this came out. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind.
because maybe she was a lesbian and she talks about being an independent woman and that she may have said men ain't shit. That has nothing to do with a black man picking up a brick and hitting a black woman against the head. It's absolutely disgusting on all levels. It's disgusting that a black man felt it was okay to do it. It's disgusting that black men felt it was okay to watch it. And it's disgusting for black women to step into their comments and say that she deserved it. I am disappointed across the board on this whole thing.
Funky, what do you think?
I'm not shocked.
Brothers, first of all, look at this homosexual's name. Miss Funky Dine VA, whatever that is. I probably pronounced it incorrectly, but Miss MS. So you also have so you have black women that are siding or teaming up with homosexuals. So again, now you have more people that are against you, brothers. And I'm not even, and you don't even need to be on the side with homosexuals anyway. But you see what they're doing to you, brothers? So you heterosexual black men are now demonized because the world is going to see this. So now you look like savages. You look like animals. That is what's going to be looked at when you go to another country. They're going to look at you like that. All because of one woman. Let's continue.
Um, Growing up in Miami, it is a thing that moms do with their daughters here when they come of age about how to turn guys down if they try to holler. And the reverberating theme is always be polite, always be nice, try not to upset them, right? And listen, in a perfect world, women should not have to do that. Men's egos should not be so fragile that they can't handle rejection, so on and so forth. I agree with you. You're preaching to the choir. Unfortunately, we do live in an imperfect world. And until the male species gets there and we get ourselves together, women, I implore y'all, these men out here ain't shit. To just try to be nice to them just so you can make it.
These men out here ain't shit. Y'all heard? And it's a homosexual that's saying that. Another demonized tactic, brothers. Another demonized tactic. Let's continue.
To your car or to your house. I know it sounds misogynistic as hell, and I'm not taking the responsibility off the men. I'm saying that the men ain't shit. But until they become shit, y'all got to be safe. And so I just encourage you to try your hardest to be nice when they approach you and give you your unwanted advances.
I totally get what you're saying. I know you're being very sensitive to this, and you are. What you're saying, I agree with you. I think the problem is this, right? All too many times when it's stuff like this, it's the women that have to make the changes in their behavior, right? Like, well, these men are so women. It's not enough fathers telling their sons, "Fuck is wrong with you? You don't hit, you don't." And then I saw men. TikTok did their thing, right? They found a witness that was there, and he was so arrogant. He was like, "I'll do it again. Yeah, I watch it. I wasn't gonna do shit because she's a troublemaker, and she does videos on Instagram where she's going around slapping white men and all this kind of stuff. So she's a troublemaker." And he goes, "Do I condone the violence? No. But here's the thing when it comes to Black women. Unfortunately, it seems like you have to be the perfect victim to be cared about, protected, for them to be sympathy, right? You got to be attractive. You got to have the right look. You can't have any body work done. You have to have low bodies. You can't be a baby mama. You got to speak in a certain way, because if not, they're going to use it against you. Well, she's ratchet. Well, she's a hood rat. Well, she's a ghetto bitch. Well, she's a hoe. You don't know that when you hitting her in the face with that brick. And at what point does it warrant? The only way I can justify someone, and this ain't even just a black or white thing, hitting another human in the face with a brick, which to me is attempted murder, is if you see them in the act of killing or harming someone else really badly. And that's it. And that is it, y'all. I don't give a fuck how annoying she is. I don't give a fuck if she's a lesbian or whatever the other stupid reason y'all have. And fathers, even if you're not with these people, the moms anymore, you have got to start sitting your sons down and drill it through their head. Even if you was abusing that mama, that shit is not it's not it, y'all.
So, brothers, I'm not going to continue with this. I'm going to go to the next video because, again, this is one video where the media demonized you. Now we're going to go to the Breakfast Club, and I'm going to show you what was said by the Breakfast Club, 2 men and a woman. Yes. Go ahead, Miss Perception.
So what I was gonna ask was, what was the dialogue when the situation happened, and like what provoked him to hit her with a brick? Because I'm not really seeing where that's okay to do.
Nope, no one said it's okay, but Miss Perception, all your questions will be answered because again, this video and another video that I'm going to play is from 4 months ago. So she was hit with a brick allegedly. We don't know. It wasn't even certain that she was hit with a brick. But your question will be answered without me having to even answer your question. What's up, real?
Oh, okay. So when you said you were gonna move on to the next video, I didn't know it was gonna be related to this one. My
Oh,
bad.
all the videos are going to be related to the lady that allegedly got hit with a brick. But go ahead, real.
Yeah, and even when we talk about what they believe happened, they're framing it as if that's just what black men do. Like if we're just animalistic to the point where that is just going to be the case more often than not. And until we work on ourselves, we're not going to get nowhere. So it's a sick, twisted way to frame us as like these evil like entities in the world and we're the problem. Because even when you think about if that's the case, let's just say hypothetically that's a real thing.
Hmm.
Men ain't just nobody's getting hit with bricks like that. That's a rare anomaly of a situation. I don't think nobody should be getting hit with a brick, and I do agree it's attempted murder, but to frame it as if that's in all black man's innate character to just react in that way is crazy. So
Right.
even if that was a true, even like so, it's sick, and you got the wrong people um, talking for or speaking for a heterosexual man.
Right.
You got the wrong people. They don't speak for any of that. But I think they're more likely to do it since they have a mental illness. Period. They're more likely. But that's all I gotta say.
All right. So, brothers, now we're going to go to the Breakfast Club. First, we had a woman, Claudia Jordan, and we had two homosexuals. Now we're going to have two heterosexual men and a black woman, and I want you to listen to what they have to say about this. Let's get to it.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our special guest co-host, Little D from Dallas.
You did. Good morning.
Now, if you just joined us, we were talking about this that's been trending over the weekend. A young lady says she was out and about. A dude asked for her number, and when she turned him down, she got hit in the face with a brick.
That's right.
Play the audio?
I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick, and all these is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch, and they let that get in the court. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
So the question is 800-585-1051. What were we asking, Charlamagne?
Well, I'm asking what is the proper procedure for a woman when they're in this situation? Like, how do women get out of situations like this safely? And it's sad that we even got to ask that question, you know what I mean? Because the reality
It's interesting. I think it's interesting the two men that are even talking about like the where we're at and they walk away. But it's just taking rejection, like and getting physical because they didn't get what they wanted. It happens, but we don't want to frame it like we don't want it to look like when to a woman when she goes out there's a 50-50 or 40%. We don't want to make it seem like every other guy is likely to attack her just simply because she said no, I'm not interested. We're framing it a certain way. I just don't like that.
Right. Brothers, it's getting pretty dangerous out here to actually. It's dangerous now to even ask a woman on a date. It's dangerous to even have a conversation with a woman face to face. You going in these females' inbox can be dangerous for you. So I'm again, brother.
What I was gonna say was that she sounds very.
Go ahead, Miss Perception.
I was gonna say she sounds very victimized because like she started off saying, "I never hurt anybody in my whole entire life," and I thought that was a bit excessive. Um, and she's talking about, like she's just being really victimized and like extra about it. Like she's, the perfect victim, it seemed like.
Right.
Right.
She did do that. I didn't even look at it like that. Yeah, she did try to say my like because of, my, and I want to put that out there. Like, I don't think nobody should have to endure any of like what, you know, the women that do suffer, that do go through this. Those are the people I'm concerned with. Now, what I'm
I
not,
feel
yeah, yeah.
I feel like she
So,
was
but
crying because she was embarrassed because like she probably beefed up on him and he grabbed a brick and got her and everybody kind of saw her funky attitude and didn't want to help. That's what it kind of gives, but we could continue.
All right, we'll go ahead and continue. Again, brothers, just a reminder that these videos, these two videos, the first video and this one video now was done 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. So just keep that in mind.
Situational. Like I really think the real answer is men should stop being crazy. But for a woman, it's situational. Like I live in Texas, so you're not gonna catch me without it on me. So you can try that if you want, but you're gonna get shot. I'm in New York right now. I ain't finna go to jail. So 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna just give you the number and block you when you're gone.
See, I don't like that. I don't like that a woman has to do that. Though.
I agree.
You know what I mean? That a woman feels like I gotta give you my number. Numbers are personal. You know what I mean? You give your numbers to people who you want to have them. Right? So the fact that a woman feels like I have to give you my number, like that just
I'm 5 feet and a quarter.
That rubs me the wrong
Yeah,
way.
nah, it's a problem. Like I said, with 4 daughters, it gives you something to think about, right? And because you don't want to give them a fake number, because I'm sure dudes would be like, well, let me call you right now. Then your phone don't ring now. So, oh, you trying to play me? So it's like, what do? Do you give them the number and block them, like Melo said earlier this morning? I'm really surprised. I don't know the situation in entirety, but were there other dudes around? How come they didn't help? Like, man picked up a brick.
We really to the point where it's like, hey man, that's y'all problem. I mean, we see it on TV every week where people are in domestic relationships and it's funny, it's trending. People don't understand like a brick, like damn Debo, this is real.
Yeah, even if
So every week she says that there's well, I'm sure there's probably some type of domestic violence going on somewhere every day. But every week she sees that. Every week on TV is what she said. So again,
and she said it was like a comedy, like it's like a funny thing, like it's like we think it's cool because it's on social. No, first of all, and this is what I think I'm going to talk about one day.
mhm.
Algorithm plays a huge factor for what you're going to be looking at most of the time. And I don't think people understand that if they don't know that that's incorporated in like what you're interested in, to like fashion, comedy, you'll see a lot of things that the algorithm will pander to it. So it's a big world. So you may think that this is happening at a atomic level, but you don't realize that people are more alike than often when it comes to comedy, when it comes to problems, when it comes to situations. So I want to help the people that actually need the help, and not think that because of what media has shown me that that's just habitually what we go through day to day. We need to understand that media will set the tone based on the algorithm, but you have to know that this is not a thing, because if you're really concerned, you'll go to the real sources that will tell you about domestic violence or these circumstances, how the likelihood and how much is happening. Then you can say, okay, even though I don't even know 50 people that experience getting hit with an object due to the fact that they turned down a number, I'm going to think to myself when I go out, I'm likely to get hit by a guy. That's just crazy.
Right.
But that's all.
Let's go ahead and continue, brothers, because I just want you just to listen to how they demonize you. And it's kind of sad that, DJ Envy is saying some of these things. Yes, he has 4 daughters, so now it is, again, brothers, he's saying that
If you're talking, Slim, I think you're muted.
Oh, brothers.
Yeah, I was about to say, why can't I hear anything?
My apologies, brothers. He's saying that, he has 4 daughters, so now, and brothers, I want you to understand something, that they're not talking about no white man. They ain't talking about no Indian man. They talking about black men. And it's sad. But let's continue.
Even if you have a problem with the woman, right? Because I've seen some guys that were there say how, you know, they felt like the woman is a troublemaker and she's always looking for trouble. But even if you felt like that, you still got to know when something went too far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even if she's a troublemaker,
even if you felt like that, you got to know.
With a brick,
yeah, you got to know.
Brick.
Yeah, you got to know somebody getting hit with a brick is a step too far. But I mean, that is the real answer, right? The real answer is men's egos shouldn't be so fragile, and that's a situation that you know you got to correct in yourself. I don't know what happened in your life or in your childhood that you know rejection causes you to react in that way, but that ain't it, yo.
Because if your debit card ever been declined, you've been rejected.
Word
like,
up.
stop acting like it's just women. You've been
Word up.
rejected before. They ain't had your size in them Jordans.
And it don't mean you whack, my brothers. It don't mean you
Yes.
whack because this woman decided not to give you her number. You know what I mean? You just might not be her type.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
But I guarantee you, if you hit her with a brick, you ain't gonna be no woman's
No
type.
woman's
You go to jail.
They
You go
gonna
to
see
jail.
that and be like, I don't want to deal with this guy ever.
But you know what? In Charlemagne, I know you've been to them. Like, we've been to those type of places where it was 4th of July in Miami or 4th of July in Virginia. We've been to Myrtle Beaches and all that, and we've seen dudes get disrespectful. Never brick. I've never seen no brick. But
I
it's
seen
like,
him curse a girl out.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
But even that is disrespectful.
Yeah.
Man, if Shorty don't want to give you a number, she won't give you a number.
You don't want to give you a number.
Don't talk to another girl.
You keep it moving.
Yeah,
that's
keep it
that's what I
moving.
said. But that's what I'm telling you. It's not. You're not whack just because that particular girl does not want to give you their number. But when you react the way this guy reacted, you are whack.
Yeah.
And I can see why no girl would ever
No.
want to give you the number.
He ain't got no
Well,
self-esteem.
let's go to the phone line.
Brother, before he go to the phone line, you'll get to hear random people. Just keep in mind too, none of these guys said allegedly, so they're definite that this woman got hit with a brick. Keep that in mind. So now we're about to hear random people speak, and you're about to see how the man has been demonized, how the world has now looked at Black American men. And I haven't even heard the phone lines. So I don't know how many women going to call. I don't know how many men going to call. But I just want you just to pay attention to how you have been demonized, Black American men.
Phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's going on? This is Vince from the Bronx.
Vince, what's up? Talk to us, bro.
I'm chilling. First and foremost, good morning to you guys.
Peace,
morning.
King. Good morning.
Good morning. I think the fact that we talking about this is crazy to me, but I don't think there's a lot of role models. I know it's a cliche, but I don't think there's a lot of role models within this generation. I don't know where this took place, but this sounds like proper protocol how to avoid a ticket. That doesn't make any sense to me. So it's like we don't have role models within our neighborhoods. That's how I feel.
So what you mean? You saying the men need better role models so they don't carry
feel-
themselves like this?
They're not being raised.
Exactly,
is what you're saying.
because you know, like you had your uncle installing you with game and all that. We don't have a lot of OGs. You have a lot of individuals now within the neighborhood. I'm not saying everybody should be a follower and all that, but we don't have a lot of leaders stepping up, showing you what's wrong and what's right, especially with the younger generation, 19 and younger. That whole drill stuff, and not to blame that, but they following all that stuff, and that's not setting any proper examples.
Yeah, you got to snatch these young boys up.
Well, brother, let me say something real quick. That's what your parents are for. Your parents are the ones that's supposed to be your role model, or the ones that's supposed to show you right from wrong, not just random people on the street. And I think that's the problem. Y'all talking about OGs. Elders, yes. OGs, no. The only thing that OG is going to do is show you what they're gonna show you from what they did wrong and show you what to do right. An elder is going to give you life lessons of life. That's what they're going to do. So you're saying that we don't have no role models? Go back to your parents, brother. Let's continue.
Up and tell them that's not the way to react just because a girl says, hey, man, nah, I'm good. I don't want to give you my number.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Kamira.
Hey, Kamira, talk to us. What's your thoughts, mama?
Hey, so I actually went to school in Atlanta. I went to Clark Atlanta. And my freshman year, this guy, he actually called me out of my name. He called me B-word because I wouldn't give him my number. So from that day forward, what I started doing, I would just give anybody my number because I was scared. Because I didn't want nobody to put their hands on me or call me out my name or anything like that.
I feel you. Sometimes it's easier. Like, because even I got a man don't work all the time. They be like, so what's up? It's like, bro, you're very rude. Even if I'm single, I don't want you now.
Hello, who's this?
This is Gabriel. What's happening, y'all?
Gabriel, what's up? Talk to us. What's your thoughts?
Man, I see it on World Star. I believe it's the same chick y'all talking about. They show her slap some dude, go shake her butt, and then later on she's talking about some dude hit me in the face with a brick.
Is it a video of her slapping the dude?
Yeah, I mean, I listen, I get all of that, but even still, man, we still got to know when something went too far, right?
You don't think a brick is too far to hit a young lady in the face with a brick?
Oh yeah, I know a brick was too far, but maybe she in the wrong way. Maybe she took it too far. Maybe she was acting some type of way, and I would hate to say and think that, but the video previously shows maybe she was acting some type of way.
Well, I don't even know what video we're talking about. But, brothers, what we're going to do is just go straight to, we're going to fast forward all the way up to, last week? Because what's today's date? Today's date is the 24th. So we're going to go all the way up. But go ahead, Real.
Like, damn. What was I about to say? Sorry about that. Oh, never mind. It'll come back to me. It was something that had it pertains to that situation, but something came up, made me lose track of my mind. But yeah, I'll raise my hand whenever I remember.
Okay. So, brothers, now we're back on the Breakfast Club again, and this was done. I think it was done last week. Charlemagne the God gave the brick lady the donkey of the day. So, again, y'all heard everything that Charlemagne said. Y'all heard what DJ Envy said, and y'all heard the young lady. So now we're fast forwarding. What's up, Real?
Yeah, my apologies.
Are you good?
Just think about the women that could have got the GoFundMes. They don't even know how to get that process. There's a woman that really probably needed that GoFundMe to make a better life for herself, to get away from whatever could have been like domestic for her, or there was a situation where a woman got harmed like by an object and it like probably reconstructed her face, you know what I'm saying? And she could have got the help. There's a lot of women not getting no help financially to help her move forward. And the fact that this situation happened just goes to show that like this is why we have questions, because if we can put money towards helping, we don't want it to be towards a false cause.
Right.
But that's all.
All right, brothers. So now we have fast forward to today is January 24th, 2024. So, and I believe that this video was done a week ago, because now they found out new allegations about what happened with the brick lady. Now, keep in mind, brothers, I just want you to remember, there were women that was talking about that niggas ain't shit, as usual. There were women that were talking about now all of a sudden they want to start carrying guns, and if a man does, even just touches them, they talking about popping them, putting them to sleep permanently. Basically, a lot of black American women helped demonize, along with, because of just one woman. One woman set off a lot of fireworks towards black men. But let's fast forward now, 4 months later.
You trying to be a fake ass Charlemagne.
Some donkey today's just saw themselves.
I've been watching Charlemagne. I was ready for it.
I'm a donkey.
I never heard of donkey the other day. What is it?
I'm a donkey.
Say it again, Charlemagne.
I'm a donkey.
Yes, you are a donkey.
I'll show you how to act a donkey.
Everything that Charlemagne is saying is true.
That damn Taylor knows she know how to make a good intro, don't she? Drop on the clues bombs for Taylor. Damn. Taylor made it. Okay. Donkey today for Thursday, January 18th goes to 33-year-old Rhoda Osmond of Houston, Texas. Rhoda has been charged with felony theft by deception. Now, many of y'all remember Rhoda because she went viral after posting a video of her saying that she got hit in the head with a brick, okay, because she refused to give a man her phone number. It was all over Shade Room and World Star, one of those situations that caused the digital divide between men and women to grow wider. You know, it's always a gender war on social media. There's literally a podcast community, a YouTube broadcast community called the Manosphere, and these folks make a living, if you want to call it that, off men versus women fighting online, okay? And this Rhoda Osmond situation definitely have folks at odds, because once again, she claims she got hit in the face with a brick because she didn't give a man her phone number. Very triggering story. for a lot of women, okay, because this has happened to a lot of women, all right? They ignored the guy, didn't give him the correct number, and the guy physically assaulted them in some way. It's a shame that so many women feel forced to give up their numbers to dudes because some dudes be so aggressive that they don't even realize the only reason the woman is giving up her number is because she shook to death, okay? And plenty of women have told me that they can't give out a fake number because dudes be literally calling right there on the spot, okay? And if she gives them a wrong number, it makes the prospects of danger even greater, okay? So when women who have that fear or who have been assaulted because they ignored a man saw Rhoda Osmond's story, it was very triggering, okay? But what I also remember from that story is brothers from around Rhoda's way, brothers from her community saying Rhoda is a liar and she's a known liar and has pulled stunts like this before. Personally, I didn't know what to believe, okay? I just listened to both sides.
No, you didn't do that, Charlamagne. Don't even try that because I already heard your video. You actually believed her. Remember, you did a video. You already did a video already. You was on air saying that you was on her side and blaming black men. So don't try that now that you was flip flopping because you wasn't. I don't know why you doing that. Go ahead, Real.
And I think it's funny when he was trying to make it seem like the world cause of and he named all these other platforms, but he never named the Breakfast Club because they was included.
Right.
And it's just funny. Like, these people are funny. These two guys are comedians to me. Like, these guys are like comedians, but that's all I got to say.
Exactly. But let's go ahead and continue.
Both sides. Let's flash back to the original report, courtesy of Fox 5.
Woman is recovering after she's the rejection that took a dangerous turn. A Houston woman is recovering after she says a man hit her in the head, in the face, with a brick. Robichaud.
Look at the picture that they got up here. Like, is she holding? Is this has to be photoshopped because it's no way that she's actually holding a brick.
Did she take a picture with this?
So I'm going to assume that this is a Photoshop of her holding a brick. I don't believe that, and I mean, it can't be, because look at the way she's holding it. So I believe that it's Photoshop. I'm just going to just hope that's what that is. Good job, Breakfast Club. Good job. But let's continue. My goodness.
Shay says he attacked her after she refused to give him her cell phone number, all while a crowd of men stood there watching.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face?
Okay. Well, according to charging documents, that whole story was a lie. Okay, a falsehood, a farce. In the famous words of Takeoff, cap. Okay? Oh, I overstepped Takeoff. Go ahead, play it again. Cap. I'm sorry. You can't. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Let's go to Houston 2 for the new report, please.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick and all these black men just watched.
This video with more than 1 million likes on the Shade Room's Instagram page captured the moments after what appeared to be a brutal attack in West Houston.
She told the detective that responded that she was hit in the head with a brick after she refused to give her phone number to a guy on the street.
And was that verified by any of the evidence that detectives looked at?
No. That was not verified.
Harris County prosecutor Keith Houston says surveillance videos from that early September morning show Osmond hitting a man first.
So she's the one she was the aggressor?
She was the aggressor, yes.
And it was a water bottle that hit her, not a brick?
He did have a water bottle in his hand, and we think that's what left the mark.
According to court documents, she asked someone else to launch this GoFundMe for her recovery, raising more than $42,000. But as the story went viral, a blogger on TikTok called police, alerting them to this 2020 GoFundMe, which claimed a vicious assault by a security guard in Minneapolis.
So, brothers, before we even get to the GoFundMe, so the woman was the aggressor. And I've said this already, that women are very abusive. Very abusive. Verbally, they're verbally abusive. 10 times more than men. But what would make her even want to even think that it's okay to hit a man? But nobody's talking about that. They're all talking about the fact that she got hit. Now I guess she got hit with a water bottle. That's a pretty big bruise too. I don't know. That water bottle must have been some hard water in there instead of soft water. I don't know. Maybe the water wasn't purified. But she got hit pretty hard for her face to swell up. But it's also been said that she
injected herself with
Right.
silicone.
No,
There's no. Look, let me
right.
tell you something.
I was gonna say
The
that.
force it would have took now a brick.
Hmm.
Yeah, it would be scars and blood. But the force it would take for a person to hit her in the side of the head to make it get that slow, it would take a lot of force. That means he put all his might with that water bottle to make delete something like that. Because her
Right.
whole half of her face was swollen. It was no scars, but just swollen. No red, no. It was just too many things that just seemed weird at the beginning anyway. Ironically, this is the tone that this woman set because now, you know what else is happening? Now, she was a black woman. Now she's not black now. Now she's from another country. Now it doesn't matter. It's like, it's funny when things come to light, she's now not considered a black woman technically. It's just crazy how people can just make their mind go to these places to get over like the BS that it started, because it started a lot of people. I'm pretty sure this situation ended a lot of friendships between men and women. I'm pretty sure.
And he's not
That's all.
and Real is not, he ain't telling no lie. There was a woman that spoke on that, said that, she said, oh, she's African. So now it's like, oh, well, she's not part of, quote unquote, our community anymore, even though there really isn't no black community anyway. But now she's not part of the quote unquote black community because now she's African. But she was all good. It was all good when the report first came out. And again, you black men got demonized, including myself. Black American men got demonized. But let's go ahead and continue because we still got to get to the GoFundMe part.
In Minneapolis.
Detective Thornton verified with Minneapolis police that there was no assault done at that time. It was completely fictional.
In an Instagram story posted Wednesday, Osmond addressed those who have doubted her.
I actually have things going on in my life. I actually have real ways to make money. I don't have to get a GoFundMe for money. I actually can earn income because I'm actually educated and I actually am talented.
She's still lying. She's still lying. Remember when y'all gave those men flack for not coming to that woman's defense and all those guys said she was lying? Those men were right. Okay, she's got a history of this, all right? This is why when I see a lot of GoFundMes, my first thought is go F yourself. Okay, you just can't trust people. Folks come up with all these sobs.
Now, that's funny that Charlamagne's talking like that. That's funny that he's talking like that. And the thing is, maybe he must have forgot what he said 4 or 5 months ago. And the thing is, his stuff is recorded. So the only thing Charlamagne should be doing is like, I apologize because I reported it wrong. I jumped the gun. But brothers, let's go ahead and get to the GoFundMe because I actually did my research on the GoFundMe, because a lot of people didn't. The majority of people that sent that lady money were women. There were the majority of people that sent her the money, which was 42, I believe it was 42K. Yes, it's 42K. It was women that sent her the money. There's even a recording of a woman calling 911 wanting to get her money back. I didn't feel like looking for that. But there is a recording of a woman. She called 911, and I'm sure it was a black woman that wanted to get her money back because she knew that it was a scam after the fact. But Charlamagne, you owe every black American man an apology. Also, DJ Envy does too. Oh, light-skinned, goofy-ass nigga. Let's continue.
Sob stories, and they pull at our heartstrings, and next thing you know, we digging in our pockets, thinking we donating to a worthy cause, and all we donating to is somebody's wig installation fund. All right, this is also another reason why you can't rush to conclusions because of things you see on social media. We jump out the window, we pick these sides, and don't
look who's talking. Let's continue.
Don't have any facts. All we have is how this video makes us feel. And guess what? Feelings aren't facts. Your feelings often lie to you. Your feelings are not a good judge of anything, and feelings cannot last. They're just a chemical reaction in your brain. That's it, which is why I laugh often at things on social media, especially when these folks talk about things they have no clue of with such confidence. Y'all have no idea how bad you all get manipulated. Now, Rhoda should be charged with more than...
Did this nigga say how badly y'all get manipulated? Charlamagne.
Yep, that's crazy.
You've already been recorded. We see your face and everything. So I don't understand why you not even holding yourself accountable. Because you didn't even do your research. Because you also wanted to get clickbait. And then you tried to demonize even a manosphere on this one, saying that is men and women going against each other. Yes, there are some men that are doing that, but most of the men that are on the manosphere are only giving advice. They're telling men to avoid these type of women. They're giving out knowledge and they're giving out wisdom. So don't even try to even play that game, Charlamagne, like you, Mr. Innocent, because you not. Let's continue.
More than felony theft by deception, because if she hadn't been found out, if they hadn't found out she was lying, she was ready and willing to send some innocent man to jail for a crime that didn't even happen. She told police it was an unknown man, but guarantee if they would have picked someone up, she would have said it was him. So sometimes you have to get on some Minority Report stuff and charge people for what they thought about doing. You have to start making examples of people. And once again, I've said this a million times. This is why believe all women is nonsense. You shouldn't believe all of anything anyone tells you. Okay, there's not one group on this planet that you should believe all of what they tell you. We should listen to people, listen to all people, and believe all proof. Okay, simple. And stories like Rhonda are why we should get rid of the all. Believe women? Okay, cool. I read once that believe women meant don't assume women as a gender are especially vindictive and recognize that false allegations are no less common than real ones. I can live with that. That makes sense to me. And Rhonda, you need to apologize. All right, we never hear people who make these false allegations and then get found out apologize.
Charlamagne, you need to apologize. What are you talking about? You also need to apologize. But let's continue.
The main reason she should apologize is because she makes it bad for all the women who have actually been through what she lied about.
You are the donkey of the day.
Charlamagne, that music should be going for you because you should also get Donkey of the Day. But brothers, this is what happens. One woman, and I mean black men are always demonized. Throughout history, black men have been demonized. But one woman who got over 1 million likes on TikTok, on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure she probably got a whole bunch of likes on Instagram, the Shade Room. I mean, they all liked her, what she did. She got $42,000. The majority of the people that sent her the money were women. I'll just put money that the majority of those women were black women that sent her the money.
100%.
Probably 100%.
Did you get the update on what happened to her, Slim?
No, I haven't.
Yesterday she got arrested.
Oh, she got arrested?
She finally got caught yesterday.
Got arrested. You know what? Maybe I should go ahead and look that up. 'Cause I didn't even know that. Last time I heard, she was on the run. So now she got arrested. But brothers, let me tell you something. All she's probably going to get is a slap on the wrist. I don't even see her even paying back that money. And I could be wrong because the GoFundMe might be considered a gift, but I could be wrong. Maybe they might have something in the clause where she might have to pay that money back. But brothers, the reason why I did this video is because I wanted you to see how the media demonize you and how you look to the world. You have 2 heterosexual men, you have 2 black women, and then you got 2 homosexual men that demonize you. And then of course they got to pull back because they didn't go back on their own. Not even Charlemagne. Charlemagne didn't go back because I looked up some of the stuff. Fox Soul, they didn't apologize. Nobody apologized. You got people that have actually that demonized and then went back and said, "Oh, well, I changed my stance." How long did it take you to change your stance? Some of them, oh, well, she was African. So because she was African, now all of a sudden, now y'all want to boot her out the quote unquote black community. Y'all was all for it at first. Brothers, this is why a lot of men are not approaching women. And there are women that are talking about that why they're asking, why are men not even approaching us? I watched a video 3 days ago where a black woman on TikTok was saying that she went to some party. There was a lot of black men there, and she said, and don't get me wrong, the sister was beautiful. She said not one black man approached her. Not one. She said the black men approached other races that was in the club, mostly Hispanic women. She said the black women did not really get approached. At least she said she didn't. So it's not that black men are scared to approach anymore. They just don't want to deal with the bullshit. And I don't blame them. And now even some of the prettiest black women are undesirable because black men don't even want to tolerate the nonsense because they don't want to be lied to. There are a lot of black men in prison off of false accusations. So now you have to really watch your back with women because you don't know what's going to happen. Because these women have a great imagination. That's why I say a lot of them have a childlike mentality. It's scary out here, brothers. It's very scary out here. You already got to worry about the transgenders and the homosexuals. You don't even know what the hell is going on. This is modern day Babylon, brothers. Modern day Babylon. But Misperception, I hope your question got answered. Because this is crazy. That's even if you're listening. But, brothers, keep your head on a swivel. Because a lot of these women don't care about you. But that's pretty much it, brothers.